Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker.
And they'll accept that penalty. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Purdy looking to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A big third down play there for the Niners. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up in empty possession.
Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football. A tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Purdy now to throw. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still need it a little bit more. 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Oh, look at this play call. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
They go play action here. Purdy will get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Shotgun now with Purdy. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match him point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get him later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure.
Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. That was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. That swung out to Mostert. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense.
And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked up a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 35 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And oh, it's wide right. No good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. And make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 10. Now Purdy. A hit as he...
On 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's it. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Play action. Now it's Tua. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Purdy to throw it on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that'll be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. This is caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown 49ers. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The lineman on the other side has got it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 46 yards on the play.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. With the INT, and the 49ers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. So we reach half. Well, no sooner did the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, third quarter, ready to go. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out, and only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense back out on the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, and it's second down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's got a man complete. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And a fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
He's got Ayuk once again. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Offside. Defense.
What's the deal, y'all?
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incomplete.
And look at this, another fake. Oh, and this turns it.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions. Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'm a good ass, so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a fiend go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke, so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless. But look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started, please give me a pardon. Cause this the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching. Time to shut it down, we made the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space, so all my homegirls Martian. It's about to get critical, this moment is pivotal. Here to feed the streets, they say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy, never get behind me. Told you I'm the best, I done said it with my chest. So for real, nobody try me.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's...
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they're brought out by the former Washington Husky, undrafted back in 2019, Jake Browning.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet him before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Browning. T. Higgins. Room to maneuver at the 35. He's to the 15. And way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 70 yards. And the Bengals need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open run to him. He still pulled the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 53 yards.
And how about what just happened there? Just a total breakdown defensively. They're thinking he's going to spike this, so they let their guard down, but he never had any intention of stopping the clock. He wanted to throw the football, and he caught him napping, and this turned into a huge play.
Now Gino on first down. Look. It's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates.
He rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Rand, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Gino. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Smith will stay out there. The offense is going to go here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. The ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And Charles, they just handed them a gift. Going for it there, that spot of the field inside the 20. Boy.
Yeah, sometimes you think you've got plenty of time in a game, so you take a little bit of a crazy risk. This goes into cap.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 10, Smith.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.